What's going on, guys? It's Film Culture with Calum, and today we're going to be talking about the Sheep Detective movie I went and watched yesterday or the day before. This movie's been out for a while now, so a lot of you probably already seen it. I know one of my buddies at college already did a review of it on Letterboxd. Shout out. But let's see, where do we want to start here? Oh, obviously, there's spoilers ahead. And sorry, guys, I don't script any of my videos. That's why I like rant and go a lot. So maybe I should actually try to write a script. But I'd prefer just to wing the review off what I remember immediately. And then, anyway. So, Sheep Detective. Basic plot summary. Again, spoilers ahead. Hugh Jackman plays a shepherd who takes care of sheep. He's got a large selection of sheep and rams. He names them all. He reads them stories at night, murder mysteries. These sheep you figure out that these sheep talk, that they figure out or try to solve these mysteries during this. He doesn't realize they talk, obviously, though. But talking sheep, all the sheep can talk. And Lily, who's the really smart sheep, usually figures this out. And then there's this guy called Moxie or Moppy, who he's a sheep that he can just not forget anything. Because in this movie, the sheep have the ability to forget things if they want to, like immediately. He remembers everything. He doesn't have that ability. And so he's the one that recites the clues to the sheep, and then they try to help Lily and all the other people figure out the case that the shepherd read to them. So this happens for a while. The movie is just building the plot. It's the building. So you meet all the people that you're supposed to, the butcher and Caleb, the other sheep farmer, and one night they find Hugh Jackman's character dead. He was murdered, but the police officer, who's a little bit of a fool, although, spoiler alert ahead, he kind of becomes less of a fool, and I really like that, how he was kind of dumb. Anyway, but he doesn't think it was murder. He thinks it was a heart attack, and there was a reporter that said, well, no, maybe you should go look inside the trailer and, look around the trailer and figure this out, because I think it's murder. Turns out, evidence is pointing towards murder, and George, that's his name, George, Hugh Jackman's character in the movie, George, is poisoned. The day before he was poisoned, he brought a large sum of money to the church and dropped it on the plate of the preacher during service and left, like a stack, like a roll, like what a pimp would have. Anyway, that's a bad joke. Sorry. But so, yeah, he goes back to the farm, and unfortunately, the sheep find him dead in the morning, and they're all worried, and everyone's kind of just not worried. And so there's this, I'm trying to remember who it is. There's this ram who's like the loner. He's the big guy. I don't remember his name. I feel really bad. But basically, he is he's the head of the pack, but he's alone because George saved him, bought him from a carnival. So they go into town, and they try to get evidence and hear everyone's story out because they believe it's murder, and they're going to solve the case because they were read murder mysteries in the evening for years, and so they think they can solve George's murder. And so these three sheep go on this adventure of trying to solve who done it, giving the police officers clues, being helpful to the police officer, breaking in and putting items that they think are leading him towards an item that they need him to find. That's what this whole movie is. It's just kind of like this funny adventure. It's PG, guys. It's a PG movie. It's a funny adventure with these three sheep, and they're just kind of going off on this. I mean, the elder, the black guy, he's kind of a spoil, but he's great, and you like his character. All of this, and as they get deeper into the case, they basically, the movie needs a third act thing. And so because Lily and the other sheep are going to be bought by Caleb, they decide to go up into Caleb's field, and they realize that it's actually a meat factory where they kill the sheep. And George was a vegetarian, and George only raised sheep for the wool, and that's why he and Caleb had such bad chemistry. And so this is a kind of quite a big, you kind of know, but it's a very big reveal that, like, oh yeah, their lambs going to the slaughter. Literally, their lambs going to the slaughter. And so they try to escape. Caleb's dogs catch up, and the old-timing ram makes his final stand against the two German shepherds and dies in the process, sacrificing himself as a sacrificial lamb. I can just make lamb jokes. This is amazing. To be fair, he did get a few lamb chops in, you know? Anyway. So, he sacrifices himself to save Lily and Mopey, I think, or Moppy. I don't remember the other sheep's name. And they're able to break the case with the help of the police officer that actually reveals, I'm not going to tell you the reveal, but I didn't get it until, like, the very end. I usually can figure out murder mysteries within, like, the first 30 minutes. This one actually threw me for a loop. Maybe I was just too distracted by the funny things in this movie. But I didn't get it till the very end. And everyone lives happily ever after because the daughter of George, who was framed for the murder but did not kill George, is able to raise the sheep. She buys all of Caleb's sheep, which doesn't make any sense. And they all live happily ever after on the land that it was George's. That's quick plot summary, what I liked. Soundtrack was good. I jammed out to I Would Walk 500 Miles at the end of the movie. That was great. Let's see, what else? Characters were pretty good. I really liked the sheep that doesn't forget anything. He takes the burden of, like, knowing all of the sheep's problems, like all of their parents died. Like, he's a really cool character. I don't remember his name. I feel really bad, but he was really cool. Lily's good. Lily's not annoying. Lily's great. I like her a lot. I like the trio that was happening. I like the duo too, between her and the sheep that doesn't forget anything. Let's see. Actions. I mean, it's a PG murder mystery, so, you know, like, it's not going to show. So, like, for mystery wise, it's not a bad mystery. You know, you're not going to be up there with, like, Clue, you know, in mysteries. But it's definitely better than Glass Onion, and Glass Onion was terrible. So, you're in the middle. Like, they did a lot for what they did. To be fair, it's a lot better than murder mysteries, but it's also about talking sheep. And so, like, you can't blame them. Like, they don't need to, like, give you a great plot, you know, because it's talking sheep. So, let me see, what else do I need to cover? Acting, Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's great. I love Hugh Jackman in every movie, so he was fun to watch, even though he's not on for very long. He was a good cameo. I liked Hugh Jackman. Guy who played the reporter, he's also in He-Man and a couple other films. I need to watch He-Man, but he was good. I liked his character a lot. Very interesting. Good job on him on acting. The attorney. She's a little bit of an older actress now. British lady. I think she's, like, in Devil Wears... No, that's someone else. I don't remember what she's in, but she's great. Enjoyed her character a lot. Bless me. I'm gonna keep that in. Yeah, overall, I would recommend Sheep Detective as a movie. For parents, I don't think there's anything I really need to say. It's PG, like, watch at your own risk. I mean, I didn't find anything, but again, I've watched movies, you know, that you obviously wouldn't show children. So yeah, I mean, you know, discretion at your own risk. I think it's mostly fine. There's a couple, like, smaller level profanities, like English profanities. They don't ever drop the F-bomb or say anything. Actually, I think in PG they're only allowed, like, 2 words. There's probably that. I don't know much. But overall, yeah, it's a great film, and it was really enjoyable. And yeah, that was Sheep Detective. Surprisingly really good. This year has kind of had, like, a few solid good films that I've been surprised about. So, definitely enjoyable. Watch Sheep Detective. My only big problem with Sheep Detective, if I had one, is the sheep sometimes don't look like the realist. But it's CGI, so it's a remarkable CGI. Another thing is the mystery section can kind of be like the ending, like DNA, like how they get the person is kind of a little bit, like, sketchy. Like, is that really enough to convict them? Those are, like, my 2 big things with that movie. Is, like, the ending and then, like, a little bit of the sheep's special effects. But other than that, It's a great movie. So, yeah, I would recommend The Sheep Detectives. Alright, guys. Well, I'll see you later. I'm going to go... I will be dropping reviews for more movies soon. I plan to go see a couple other movies. Toy Story 5's coming out. Let me see what else is coming out. Doomsday. Doomsday's not here yet. Supergirl, I'll probably go watch Supergirl. I'll probably go watch the new Minions movie. I'm going to be watching a lot of movies this year. That's my one passion thing is that's how I spend most of my fun money is I just go watch movies. Anyway, yeah. I'll see you guys later.